everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's a new week, it's a new year, and we are talking about the books that are coming out in 2020 that I am curious and excited for. Curious about and excited for. Wow, way to start off the year. So I went on a Goodreads because I wanted to make this video because I've never made this video before and I kind of wanted to feel like a real booktuber. And I looked up some books that are coming in, that are being released in 2020. And shockingly enough, I only had a few minutes to look for books in. And I found 20 books that I'm either curious about or super excited are being released in 2020. I'm doing them chronologically and alphabetically, so I'm just going to start with the books that are coming out sooner. So, in January, we have 4 books being released that I'm curious about. The very first one, actually we have 2 being released on the 7th. So by the time you watch this video, they will be released. Holy crap. Huh. So, at the time that you see this video, 2 books have already been released that I am, in this time, looking forward to. And they're being released on the 7th. And the first one is A Love-Hate Thing by Whitney D. Granson. And none of these books, I know nothing about any of these books except for the bare minimum. It's a love-hate thing. And that's all. I read the synopsis and I kind of liked it and I was really excited to read books like this. And so, yeah, I put it on the list. The other one being released on the 7th is We Used to Be Friends by Amy Spalding. It's about girls that used to be friends. And that's all I know. And it sounded pretty witty and clever, and I'm excited to read it. On January 14th, we have The Conference of the Birds by Ransom Riggs, which is the next book in the Miss Peregrine's and the Miss Peregrine's Peculiar Children's book. It's the next one. And I read that series last year. Have I read Map of Days? No. Am I going to? Probably, yeah. But I'm really excited that this book's coming out because it just means that there's more books. I wasn't really ready for an ending, and so now that there's 2 books after the book that I got done reading, I'm just really excited that there's another Miss Peregrine's book coming out. I bet Jessie is too. I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to reading this book. Oh, we actually have 5 books coming out in January. I can't do numbers. The next book coming out in January comes out on the 21st of January, and that is Tweet Cute by Emma Lord, about people arguing on Twitter, and I have someone in my life who really likes Twitter. It sounded fun. I like YA contemporaries. They sound fun to me. The last book in January that I'm interested in is coming out on the 28th, and that is Don't Read the Comments by Eric Smith. The title struck me the most because YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, I just thought it was a clever idea. And I think this is the book that reminded me a little bit of Eliza and Her Monsters while I read the synopsis, and I loved Eliza and Her Monsters, so I wanted to read this book because it sounded cool. Okay, next we have the books coming out in February, and there are 3 books coming out in February. 2 come out on the 4th, and 1 comes out on the 18th, and the 2 that come out on the 4th, the first one is The Gravity of Us by Phil Stamper. I found out about this book earlier, kind of in the middle of 2019, and I can't remember much about the synopsis that I read in like June of 2019, but I do know that it sounded fantastic and I really wanted to read it, and so yeah, now that I know when it's coming out, I might pre-order it. I don't know. It sounded really cool. That's literally the whole thing about this whole video, is that these books, I read the synopsis and they sounded cool. Unless they're sequels and things that I've just been looking forward to. There are a couple that I've just been looking forward to these books for so long. So long. The other book coming out on February 4th is Yes, No, Maybe So And this one is by two authors. One is Becky Albertalli, who I adore so much. I love every single one of her books that I've ever read. Literally every single book of hers that I have read, I have absolutely adored. And the second author, I hope I say her name right, Aisha Saeed. The synopsis of it sounded so cute, and I couldn't pass it up. It was just, it just sounds too cute. It just sounds so cute. The book that comes out on February 18th is called The Upside of Falling by Alex Light. And again, the synopsis sounded cute, and I really felt like reading a book that made me feel like I might be happy at the end of it. There are two books coming out in March, and one comes out on the 3rd, and one comes out on the 31st, and the one that comes out on the 3rd, I have been waiting for like over a year, and I am so excited. It's A Chain of Gold by Cassandra Clare. Oh my gosh, I have been so excited for this book ever since I knew that it was actually going to happen. I love Cassandra Clare. I don't know if you knew that. Now you know. I love Shadowhunters. I love it so much. I have a parabatai. I've taken What Character Are You quizzes on all the quiz. My phone's name is Magnus. I love the Shadowhunter world so much. So now that we have a continuation of it, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this new generation. I'm so excited to re-see some of my old favorite people, and it makes me so excited. I just love it so much already. The other book that comes out in March comes out March 31st, and that is We Are Totally Normal by Rao Kanakia. I hope I said that right. I'm not actually sure. And it's, again, I read the synopsis and it sounded intriguing. This one sounded intriguing. Not cute or just super sweet or anything. I was intrigued. I'm curious. I want to see how it goes. And that's it. In April, there are 3 books coming out that I am curious / excited about. And the first one comes out April 7th. And that is It Sounded Better in My Head by Nina Kenwood. 1, the title is hilarious, and 2, the synopsis just sounded so funny. These books are gonna kill me this year. There's just so many of them that I was like, that sounds hilarious, or that sounds so cute. And they're just, I'm gonna be overwhelmed with hilarious, cute books this year, I hope. Oh my gosh. These books are too funny. Another one comes out on April 7th, and that is called You Deserve Each Other by Sarah Hogel. This one sounded absolutely hilarious. Oh my gosh. I read it and I was like, okay, this one I think I kind of do remember. They're engaged, they don't want to be, so they try to get the other one to break off the engagement. But then things happen. It just sounded so funny! Oh my gosh. It sounded so funny! The last one coming out in April that I'm excited for comes out on April 14th, and that is Redemption Prep by Samuel Miller. This one is a mystery. A girl goes missing, and she's at a Catholic school in Utah, which I find hilarious because I used to live in Utah. But I thought it sounded interesting, and it wasn't like a YA contemporary romance. It's a mystery, and I just thought it was pretty intriguing. In May, there's one book coming out that I'm excited about, and it comes out on May 12th, and it's By the Book by Amanda Sellett. It just sounded hilarious. I mean, it's this girl who literally gives romance advice by the books she reads. Like, it sounds like a girl is a little obsessed with the Jane Austen period romance, whatever. And just the way the synopsis was worded was just so funny to me. It was so funny. In June, there are 2 books coming out that I am intrigued by. The first one comes out on June 2nd, and that one is called You Should See Me in a Crown, and that's by Leah Johnson. It's about a girl who doesn't want to be prom queen, but needs to be prom queen and then ends up having feelings for someone else. I don't really know. It just sounded really cute and interesting. The second one that comes out in June, it just said June 2020, so I don't know what day it comes out. But it's simply called Hood by Jenny Elder Moak. Okay, so, hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Marian. I have an interest in things that have my name on them. You don't see my name very often. It's kind of an old lady name because I was named after an old lady. Yeah, and they don't spell my name the way that it's supposed to be spelled. It's about Robin Hood's daughter. And that's really all I know, except I do know that they spelt Marian M-A-R-I-E-N, and that's not a way I've ever seen it spelled. And trust me, I've seen my name spelt many a different way. Yeah, so I needed to know more. It's about Robin Hood's daughter. They don't spell my name the way that they spell my name, and it's just, that's all. I just needed to know why. I needed to know if it's actually Robin Hood's daughter. I needed to know why they spelled my name differently. I needed to know what happens to her, because I take a fascination in Robin Hood because my name is Marian. That's really it. In July, we have The Princess Will Save You, and that comes out on July 7th. It is the only book that comes out in July that I am slightly intrigued by, that I know of right now. And that is by Sarah Henning, and I just thought it was interesting because somebody tries to get a princess to do something, and she's like, no. And then she goes and saves the person that they hid from her. And I just thought that was really interesting. And for the last two, I'm going all the way to September because I've just been looking forward to these books for a while now. And they both come out September 1st. And the first one is The Queen of Volts by Amanda Foody, and it is the third in the, I don't really know what, it is the third book in this series, and I have not finished King of Fools yet, but I'm really looking forward to finishing King of Fools, and I'm already really super excited about Queen of Volts because I loved Ace of Shades, and I'm liking King of Fools so far, so I just thought it would be natural that I would just like the third one. And the second book that comes out in September, I'm so excited for. I think I'm the most excited about this book that comes out this year. It is The Lost Book of the White by Cassandra Clare and Wesley Chu. If you don't know me very well, I have this thing with Magnus Bane. So anything that revolves around Magnus Bane and Alec, I'm just like, yes. So anything that revolves around Magnus Bane and Malik, OTP, is just kind of like, you know, my jam. I think I read the Red Scrolls of Magic, the first book in this trilogy, when it came out, like almost immediately, and I read it really, really fast. And I think at the end of that book, it said when it was coming out with The Lost Book of the White. And yeah, I immediately put that on a countdown on my calendar. So I have had the countdown for The Lost Book of the White on my phone for a very long time now. Very long time. I'm so excited. I'm counting down the days to when this book comes out and I can read it because Magnus Bane is my favorite fictional character. That's it. He's my favorite fictional character. Out of any single fictional character, which is a lot from me, Magnus Bane is my favorite. I love him. I love him. So I'm really excited for the Cassandra Clare books because Magnus should be in them. Well, obviously he's gonna be in The Lost Book of the White. He's like the main character, but you know what I mean. I just love Magnus Bane. I love Magnus Bane with like all of my whole heart in relation to fictional characters. I actually kind of like my real people a little bit more than Magnus Bane. But, you know, he's my favorite fictional character. So any book that has him in it, I'm all for. And I know you're thinking, that was only 19 books, Marian. What's the last book if those are all the books? There was a book that said it's coming out in 2020, but it doesn't say what month or day or like anything. So I just put that at the end because I didn't really know when it was gonna be. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. I read the synopsis and I was like, okay. I've never read any V.E. Schwab or Victoria Schwab. I've never read any of her books. They're on my list of books to read eventually, but I haven't ever had one of her books in my possession to read, so I was intrigued by this book. I'm intrigued by her other books too, but this one's coming out in 2020, so I thought I'd put it on the list. Those are the 20 books that are being released in 2020 that I am very excited for and mildly curious about. And I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below some books that you are excited about being released in 2020. And if they're the same as mine, let's just fangirl together. Anyway, I hope you guys go check out my other socials because things happen in my life all the time. And sometimes I feel the need to share those things online. And I would like you guys to be a part of it. And I would also like for you guys to stick around because things are happening this year. Literally, everything's changed about my channel this year. Everything. I'm doing things completely different. So, I hope you guys stick around. And I hope you guys, I really do hope you guys have an amazing week and an amazing life. And until I see you again, bye.